Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwadner, and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have two special guests, Mike Yesterday and Derek Roberts, and they are the co-authors of a book that has been making waves in the profession of selling. It's called Listen to Sell. Mike, how has this book evolved in your mind when you were an award-winning salesperson and then a trainer, and you put all this experience together in a book with a wonderful co-author?
But Derek and I, we've had the pleasure of working with sales teams around the world, over 130 countries, and we just realized that there's some things we think need to be shared with the sales community about how noble sales is and the importance of not just selling skills, but the importance of mindset these days. But it's such a huge part of people's success today.
So what is at the core of learning how to listen?
One is around the skills that you have of selling. You listen to that customer, not just what they're saying, but between the lines and so forth. But then there's also the second piece. There's a conversation that's happening all day long, probably a lot more times than people have with customers, and that's the conversation they're having in their head about their view of their abilities, their view of selling, who they can call on, how successful they can be. Listen to the conversation with yourself, the one with the customer. And third is the one with the coach. You have a mentor and a coach that's helping to guide you to improve your sales skills.
What do you do when you discover that you have that negative self-talk and you listen to it, but you don't really want to? How do you shift?
First of all, it's recognizing that mindset. When we look at 5 different dimensions of your mindset, what is your view of selling? What are you saying to yourself about selling? Is it a noble profession, or is it something I just kind of fell into? Secondly, it's a view of my abilities. Maybe I thought I've been average in my last couple of jobs, average in sports, average in school. My mindset is, my paradigm is I'm going to be average. Well, we need to figure out, how do I break loose of that paradigm and see the confidence to step up? Third is my values. Am I there with honesty and integrity and doing the right thing for the customer? What's a view of my level of understanding of activities that are necessary for success, and am I willing to do them? And number 5 is a sense of purpose, a sense of belief in my product. Do I passionately believe that the value I create is of value to that customer?
Derek, how do you coach this?
One of the first things, if I'm not self-reflective and if I don't have some way to sort of play back, how did that conversation go perfectly? I need somebody there with me occasionally, looking at me and watching me and pointing those things out. It's like a swing coach in a sport, right? Somebody sees a different vantage point and they got to call out, first and foremost, you did great right up until here, and then you just plowed right into solution without pausing and asking the really important question that understood why this would be important, or the value proposition and things like that. So I think, and with awareness, then you need some openness, right? Am I coachable? Am I willing to take some guidance? And then how does the coach step in and really pinpoint those areas that need to be addressed, and the areas that Mike talked about?
Yeah, and in the book, Gerhard, there's a whole section on coaching at the end. And throughout the book, every chapter has a coaching corner. So whether you've got a really good manager or you don't, you can use this as a self-coaching tool.
What is your advice for salespeople on how to develop a better set of questions?
We share in the book in the second section on something called the GAP model. It's a way to ask really high-impact questions, not just current and desired types of questions, but what are the benefit types of questions you could be asking? What are the concern questions that you can be asking? And a way to dig deeper and ask the right follow-up questions to really find out what the deal is, so I can then present a solution that'll really help that customer. When I do that, I've got a better chance of higher percentage of closing.
How do you identify in a salesperson whether they do have that character and integrity that you want to represent your business?
One of the first things I look for is reputation. Look at reputation. What have they done? Not just what they've produced, but did they do it and do it in a sustainable way? We look at our customers. We have customers that have been with us for 20 plus years, that not by mistake, right? It's a lot of hard work. It's but it's not just being trustworthy. It's continuing to be valuable over that period of time.
I can't thank you enough, Mike, especially you, for contributing to the elevation of the profession of selling, not just through your company, Integrity Solutions, but also with the book. A beautiful collaboration with Derek on Listen to Sell, and I applaud you, and I hope that your book will be the book of the decade that will change the profession of selling for the better.
Our mission is we're changing the way the world sells and serves people. And so we appreciate partnering with you to help get that message out to the world.
Gerhard, thank you for all that you do in the industry too. We've been partners for a long time, watching and following you, and you've certainly given us not just a platform, but a lot of encouragement along the way, and I am so grateful for it.
And I hope our audience will go out to Amazon and buy your book.